Amanda Ray. What's up? How's it going? What is this? And stuff and things. That's mine, by the way. Don't be stealing it. Kidding. How are you, Amanda Ray? How are you, Cinderlock's mom? What's killing it? What's going on out there? Is there like a big conspiracy going on right now that I'm missing? Hi, Sally. Love you. What are you doing? I keep going live in the middle of the night, and well, not keep, but I did go live in the middle of the night, and I thought, let's see who's awake and get the notification of the day. Misa. ¿Cómo está, Andy Cruz? Andy Cruz. I sound muffled. Okay. Thank you. I need this in my life. I need people to tell me I sound muffled. Okay, let's see. Is that better? You're not having a good day. I'm sorry to hear that, Ginger Waxman. Your sound isn't too good. Well, I can fix that in a jiffy. Just give me a moment and I will be spiffy. Hmm. What are you, microphone? Hmm. I am.
That should be like a billion times better. Hopefully. Oh, I know what I was on this. I was on speaker. Sorry. I got too many things going on. Okay, so I sounded muffled. My sound wasn't too good. Gingerlock's mom is not having a good day. Hi, Captain Obvious. I'm sorry, Gingerlock's mom. What's going on? What's the matter? Hi, Sin. Welcome in. Is that better? Okay, thanks. Yeah, I thought I connected my Bluetooth, but I didn't. That's on my other stuff. You're in the emergency room. What's the matter? What's the matter? I had a couple times where, well, yeah, I've had a couple times where I actually thought I might go into the ER because I can't get into my regular doctor and I need to get a couple things checked out. And I was like, no. So if it wasn't life threatening, I know you probably wouldn't be there considering. So I hope that you're okay. I hope you're okay. Yeah, I just feel like I check in late at night and people aren't awake because a lot of people are on East Coast time. Okay. Okay. Hmm. Did they figure out what was going on with you yet? Or thank you, Andy, by the way, I appreciate that. They figure out what was going on yet, Gingerlocks? I hope they did. You don't have to say it here, but I hope you're always awake. I don't know if you came in the other night, but the other thing is like people will come in and like listen and they don't talk. So it's like me talking to a couple people and then those people need to go back to bed because it's the middle of the night. Yeah, I highly recommend people not put their business on YouTube, but I'm going to pray for you. Okay, you're waiting on some tests. Okay. I hope you're okay. That's not you. You talk. I think you changed your picture, Amanda Ray. Did you, or you like summarized your picture? Like you have sunglasses on now. I'm so bad with people's little icons. Like, if people change their picture, it throws me all off. You did. Okay. Okay, well, I hope that everything comes back to something that they can just fix easily and that you get relief because that sucks. Yeah, because I'm always on at night. Yes, I noticed. Hello, we're women. Okay, Mia is in big trouble. Thank you, Captain Obvious. Mia, you're in big trouble. Mia, you popped in here and said you got a payment. And I'm like, where are you? What was it? And you disappeared, but it was the middle of the night. So I'm like, you know what? I got to cut people some slack here. It's like, it could, for all I know, it could be like 5 a.m. for you and you're on your way to work. You know what I mean? But I was like, Mia, you dipped. Where are you? But yeah, I could talk a little bit about the shit show that's going on in DC. Although I kind of quit following what they're doing, but they are trying to get Pelosi out of there, allegedly. Your computer decided to update. Yeah, my computer decided to die again. Good thing I don't have that membership and members only games. Thanks, YouTube. Did me a solid. You know, I like one of the things I think I worked out more than anything is like everything that's happened in the last year and a half has happened for a reason. Like it or not, like there have been some really positive things that have come out of this whole pandemic. Hey, Ems, how are you? I hope you're okay. Um, I caught a little bit of your live the other day and I prayed for you and I hope that your husband is I hope you guys are okay. I'll just say that. Hi Jenna. How are you? I haven't seen you in forever. But yeah, so I thought about trying to fix my computer today, but I'm doing home stuff today, so I don't want to deal with it. And then I was like, oh, I'll listen to some of the D stuff. The DC stuff and see if I can catch up. But they've made it completely intentionally confusing what they're gonna do when it comes to like the stimulus. I think some news just came out. They've made it completely confusing because they want to put a bunch of money throw a bunch of money at the post office, and so it's just a media fight in an election year, typical stuff. I'm okay. Like I'm doing better than I've been doing for like a freaking month, even though my head is spinning right now. I actually am making progress, so that's good. He'll start his battle Monday. Wow. Well, I will keep you in my prayers. That's not anything you want anybody to have to go through. But yeah. Um, hopefully you'll keep people updated if you can. It's just so hard on here because people are so mean. Like they'll make fun of people for being depressed or having anxiety. And so the less personal business you put out, the better, unless you're ready to have people just come at you for shit you can't control. So, which, yeah, nobody really deserves that at all. But yeah. Yeah, as long as you keep making steady process or progress, it's good. But yeah, everybody could throw some good vibes and some hopefully positive. Ginger Locks just typed in here that she's in the hospital right now awaiting test results. And then it sounds like M's husband has a battle to start on Monday. So yeah, they are. They're freaking mean. Hey, everybody can be mean. Like I can be a huge bitch. I can be the biggest bitch you ever met in your life. And I was to someone last night in my real life. And it fucking felt amazing. But he deserved it. You guys don't deserve that. You don't deserve that. If you hate me, you don't deserve that. Someone told me that I'm too nice. It's a bad thing. No, I think Amanda Ray, I think you kind of do what you want to do. Like, and I think it's only fair for people to be allowed to do what they want to do and like march to the beat of their own drummer. Otherwise, like, do you want 50 million of the same person, on a platform? You're starting to believe you're not cut out for the YouTubes. Well, I know I'm not. But here I am. Hey there, Brian Clan. What's up? M says, yep, I've talked about it because it's so new and shocking, but that will settle down. Okay. It will. It will. Just protect, you've been through the gigs on here too with that stuff. They don't look to hurt people, that's all. Oh, you don't look to hurt people. Well, it's weird because I think there are people, like, for the most part, I think most of the people that are like argumentative on here don't mean to hurt people. Like, their intention is just to get under someone's skin and bug them a little bit and troll them and that kind of shit. But then there are some people that I feel are malignant, and their intention is to cause physical harm because they believe people are evil. Their enemies are evil, but they're not. Like, these people are like, calm down. Hi, Tally girl, welcome. Good to see you. I haven't seen you. Off work soon, the Bryan clan. Gingerlock's mom sending all her prayers and positive vibes of all sorts to so that's cool. Yeah, it's not good. But yeah, you'll get into, if there's a treatment plan there, you'll get into a rhythm of that. Unfortunately, but fortunately, so that you get over stuff quick. Well, it's too much to hang on to. And if anybody tells you that they hang up YouTube and they don't think about it, but they go live every single day for hours and hours, they're lying. They think about it because you have to think about it. Otherwise, you would have nothing to go live over. Maybe that's their, their higher self or something telling them, don't think about this. Like, you should not think about this. You should be thinking about something else, like building something in your house, or you have a really bad feeling about it. The thing about it is, when it comes down to it, okay, Gingerlocks, stay calm and take care of yourself. Let them take care of you. We'll be thinking about you. Um, and the thing is, like, with that, one of the main things that people say, right, that have come out the other side of things like that is, like, you have to prepare for the worst, but you have to stay positive and hope for the best. And it can be so hard. So you really need support. And so hopefully you have that, because that's what you need. You need people to think positive for you. You need people to pray for you. You need people to be there if you want to freak out for a second. Oh my God. I just got a weird message. Well, not weird, but hang on one second. I don't think my notifications are working. But yeah, I mean, you need people in your corner that are going to be positive for you, that are going to think positive for you, because you need that. I think no matter what happens, if you can keep yourself in some sort of like positive mindset, it's for the best. It's so hard. It's way easier said than done, but you need people who can do it for you if you can't do it. And sometimes you won't be able to do it. It sucks. And I don't know, I don't know if you said exactly what you found out, but um whatever it is, um I didn't catch that whole live. I've just had so much stuff going on. I'm completely lost on YouTube, but I have caught stuff like that. I pay attention to because that's important, the important part of life. I want you guys to be able to lean on some, people for support. What's up, Nada? Nada's kitchen in the house. Don't let yourself go that way. You'll end up ill. Lots of healing blessings. Love going you and your hubby's way, says Sally Spencer. Oh no, Remy's here. What the fuck? I'm just kidding. Hi, Remy. What's up? He has lung cancer. He has never smoked. Never ever smoked. That's weird. But I guess it does happen. Um, and cancer sucks. That's why people pretending to have cancer in our community. I'm sorry. You can forgive for yourself, but don't forget that shit. It's a real thing. That's fucked up. That's fucked up. That's terrible. I'm really sorry to hear that. Um, the only thing you can do is try to think positive, even though you have to plan for the worst case scenario. And I hope he has really, really good. I hope you guys have really, really good insurance because that is, yeah, a problem around here. Okay. Um. Okay. This week. Well, I am sorry to hear that ends. Good. That's See, that's the thing, and that happened with the pandemic too. It's like, people were worried about getting sick, but they were also having to worry about the money side of things, and that made it really, really rough. I'm sorry to hear that. That's terrible. This week has been a challenge for pretty much every single person, mostly every person that I know. Something crazy has come up that you never ever expected. You worked 76 hours this week. Wow. Make that money, honey. Remy says there's no worst case scenario. He's young, he's healthy, he's going to be just fine, Ems. It's hard. Yeah, I mean, I get like it's got to be beyond hard when it directly affects you like that and someone you love like that's such a part of your life. It's scary. It's really scary. So, you're allowed to be scared. That's for damn sure. Yep. And remember yourself too. That's good advice, Remy. Yeah. It is. And our freaking like we have some of the top treatment in the whole world you can get in here in the United States. But man, if you don't have the right insurance, it can ruin you. And all you want to think about when something like this happens is how do I get the best care for the person my person. Like that's my person, whoever that person is. It could be your spouse, it could be your child, and that happens, unfortunately. It could be your parent, it could be your aunt, it could your uncle, whatever. And all you think or your best friend, it's like how do I make sure they have the very best care? And sometimes we just don't get it. We just don't get it because it sucks. So to not have to go bankrupt over it on top of it, I mean, that's half a blessing, right? That's half the battle right there. And the other battle, now you can focus on yourself and how you feel and taking care. Hello, Miss OMG. What's up? Remy said we had to sell my mom's house to pay off the medical bills after my mom died from cancer, over $50,000. Insurance wanted their money. Yeah, they do want their money. Um, says because we just went through it with me, we're well versed in the insurance stuff. We have bills, but nothing crazy. I'd imagine it'll be the same for him. That's crazy. It is crazy. What a freaking messed up thing to bond over. You know what I mean? Like to have in common that you have to go through any sort of treatment like that. Look at Pug's Life Rules. Is that Pugs? What's up, Pugs? Who are you arguing with this week, Pugs? Let's hear it. I want to know. Sorry, I'm trying to make a joke. Tally Girl says, M's Coffee Convo. I used to have WTF calls with my sis, and I would just rant and scream and cry, and she sat and listened till I was done. Yes, she says, I hope you have someone you can talk to. Yes. Pugs, what in the hell? Who are you arguing with this week, girl? Give me the dirt on the DL. Who are you taking down this week? Remember when every week you had someone you were taking down? Remember that? Miss OMG says, I don't have details and won't pry, but here you need prayer. She does. Her and her husband, her family, they do. Engineer Locke's mom is in the hospital. You're not fighting with anyone at all. Well, okay, 20 doctor, does that count? You're fighting with 20 doctors. How are you doing, Pugs? Have things chilled? I feel like I'm going to have a sickly stream. Like, we're going to just talk about our ailments. There used to be a lady that went, I'm not going anywhere, Amanda, right? You're fine. There used to be a lady that would come online and everybody would go in and talk about like their medications and shit. And I was like, oh my God, everybody in this community has an ailment. What the hell? But, you know, that's life. Like, if people come and talk about their life, that's their life. Me, my life has been pretty boring. Anyways, how about those Yankees? Yeah. How about the fact that, what was it, the Mets or something? The Subway Series for the Mets and Yankees got canceled because they tested positive for COVID-19. Like, I'm sorry, but every time I'm watching, like, because I follow all the sports stuff because my job was in sports ticketing. So every time I'm like seeing some headline about like, oh, this event is canceled. Oh, this event is canceled. It's like, well, duh. You guys know what the new normal is going to be, and it's not going to be that. Like, this is very duh moment. What's up, Pepper? How you doing? What you doing, Screwin? Your hanging out in your world was just crashed. What? Okay, hang on. Let me reread that. Pugs always has confused me. Okay. Pug's Life Rule says, I'm hanging in there. My world was just crashed, but we're not out yet. What does that mean? I hope you're okay. You don't have to, explain like the details. I hope you're okay because I know you've been through all of it, right? You've been through the gigs, Pugs. I won't go into detail. Oh, your husband is young. He's older than you, so he seems okay. He seems more fragile to you, I think, than he is because he's a youngin. Oh, thank you. Thank you, thank you. If anybody sends me anything, I'm just gonna send you a private message because I don't know who's who, but I'll reach out to you quick, like privately. Pug's Life Rules, Eritrea. We were told my son is too sick for a transplant. Are we talking kidneys? I'm sorry. I haven't been following everybody's situations. I've been following my own, though. The one I can't tell anybody about because they'll be like, why don't you go do this, dumbass? Actually, it's great when people don't care. Oh, thank you, Pepper. That was very sweet of you. Thank you. Thank you. You're kind. You're very kind. My kid tried to duck nap a duck today. Well, that's nice. Positive vibes, yes. He's still young. That's very good, actually. That's great news. Yeah, I mean, for me, let's see, I'm bitching about stupid shit compared to this. Like, this year has sucked like ass. I got rid of a lot of bad shit in my life and then took on other crap. So, like, I feel like this year for a lot of people is clearing out toxins. It's like clearing out toxic stuff. I know that people are reconnecting, right? Because everybody's like going whatever, contacting their old friends, like, are you okay? Do you have a disease or whatever? Do you have a job? Did you get fired? Da, da, da. So I know people are like reaching out to old people. So I've had an opportunity to reconnect with old friends. My ex-boyfriend got in touch with me. Like, I've had people like having these moments of clarity in their life where they're just like starting to understand that life is about more than the bullshit that they've been led to believe that it's about forever. like the stuff that you acquire, you know? That's not what your life is about. Your life isn't about the car that you drive or, the freaking, I don't know, if you flew first class or coach, your life is about the experiences that you had once you arrived at that destination and really about the people that were around you at that moment. That's what it's about. And I feel if there's nothing more than that, if you look at how quickly people physically got removed from your space because of something like this, then that should tell you everything you need to know. Like, what do you value? Like, were you like, oh, cool, I don't have to see anybody anymore? Or were you like, oh my God, now I can't see anybody anymore? I don't know. But yeah, I mean, for me, I think this year sucks, Remy, but I'm going to be honest. Like, a lot of times you have to lose a lot of shit in order to get the good shit. Sorry. That's how it is. It happens. I'm not saying it's good, but I'm saying that good can come out of it, even if it's a terrible year. Hi, Gingerlock's mom. You're all done. Well, damn. I need to come live where you are because, oh my God, that's the quickest CAT scan. I seriously need to go to the hospital you're at next time I need to be checked out because, oh my God, I have waited a day. Yeah, that's quick. I love it. Um, Pug says, M's Coffee Convo's been in your shoes twice. If you need to talk, I'm here. Well, that's cool. I'm not cool that you've been in her shoes twice. But yeah, I mean, sometimes, look, I don't know if you and Pugs are buddies. But Pug says she has no battle within the community. She's got other stuff she's focused on right now with her son. So that's cool. You're still there, but the test was fast. Yeah, you know what's weird? The tests are quick. It's the freaking results that take forever. Like that's the part that takes forever. The last time that I had to go to the hospital because I had that pancreatitis, I don't even know what all tests. I don't remember now. Like they x-rayed everything, I think, and they scanned me for everything. Everything. And it was weird. I wonder why. They missed stuff though. They missed an infection I had and then they kicked me out way too early, but it wasn't the test that was the problem. It was the waiting for them to get to the results because the imaging people like also work on outpatient stuff. So if you're checked into the hospital, like, oh, we'll get to that person whenever we feel like it. Well, we take care of the outpatients. Unless you're ICU, then you get preferential treatment. Well, that's how it used to be. I don't know. In the olden days of 4 months ago or a year ago, my mom licked it, even having CF. She licked it. I think you mean she beat it. You don't believe that they'll let you go home? Why? Okay. So I want to ask you guys your opinion. I got somebody trying to meet up with me on Sunday. If I tell them that I've been exposed to somebody with the CV, is that a good enough excuse for me not to have to deal with that person? I don't want to deal with them. Remy said, should they kick you out within 42 to 72 hours after having a kid? Well, I had pancreatitis. So it wasn't like I went in there with contractions and popped out a baby and they could just stitch me up and be like, okay, you're going home. Everything checks out okay. It was like I was still like unable to move or do anything at all. And they were like, bye. It was awesome. And I'm definitely not saying that having a baby is like a simple thing. Like, I totally get it. I do not want anything that large coming out of yeah. So I get it. I never wanted no. Um, Remy, I did not make it 24 hours with all three. I was out of there. Yeah, hospitals suck anyway. No, it's not a date. It's a business thing. And I don't want to do business on a Sunday. Sorry. I just don't. Listening, just multitasking right now. Pug's Life says pancreatitis is the most pain you can fathom. There's nothing like it. Having a baby is a snap. I got to tell you, I heard that a lot from people. I've heard it a lot. And I didn't have a baby. But when they were giving me the drugs I asked them to just OD me because I wanted out. I wanted lit. I'm not a person that ever feels like my life should end. Okay? I want to be alive. I love life. But man, when that happened, I was like, "Can we just finish this off? Like just take care of it." And they were like, I said, "Can you OD me?" And the guy goes, "You mean heal you?" It was crazy. Then I asked him to kill me, and he said, "No, we're going to keep you." I wanted to stay there. I got to order as much food. Well, you're very strange, Remy. Nobody wants to stay in the hospital but you, okay? Although I have had a nice hospital stay, but even my nicest hospital stay, I wanted the F out of there. I have things to do. I don't want to be sitting around. Yep. Not heal me, kill me. I was at that point. It was so freaking painful. And then on the third day, they're like, "Oh, well, we have this thing in America. It's an opiate crisis, and you're not getting any better, so we can't keep giving you opiates." And I was like, well, I'm in a hospital so I can get better. And so, yeah, I was like, "That's fine. Just check me out. I'll go see my regular doctor." And now that I tell people that have been through that, they're like, "You're nuts. Like, I probably should have gone to another hospital." But my doctor's office got me in that same afternoon that I got out. They got me right in. And it takes them like 8 weeks to get an appointment. So they knew that it was serious. Ginger locks mom because I have a few gastric diseases and they normally monitor that. Oh, I see. It's not that common. Is it autoimmune? God, I feel like I'm that channel. Let's talk about our illnesses. But yeah, I mean, I never knew anybody who'd had that. You asked them not to lock the pump so you could fix it, literally pump it all at once. I didn't get a pump. They don't do that here. Not here. And not anymore, I don't think anywhere, really. I don't think you get one unless you literally need to be dying. Then they might give you that. You know what I mean? Like if you're actually on hospice, not like fake hospice or whatever. Yeah, people that are in severe pain, like uh, heartbreaking, gut wrenching, soul crushing pain, they know exactly what time that Dilaudid is supposed to come. And they should get it. I'm sorry, my opinion. Um, I went to my doctor. My doctor sent me here. I always go to the ER kicking and screaming. Yeah. Mia says I'm refusing back surgery because they will only give us 5 days of pain pills. Your governor tells the doctors how to. Yeah, and your governor can have the board of licensing in that state just remove their license, and they went to school and they built a whole career and a practice for no reason. And the chances are good you may not even need back surgery. Uh, I'm not saying that you do. I'm not a doctor, but I was told by I don't know 5 different doctors that I needed back surgery. I never got it. And the only thing that ever worked was exercise, and that worked. That helped me. Um, yeah, that and some other junk that wasn't drugs, by the way, because the drugs never did. The only thing the drugs did was help me to be able to exercise, and they make you addicted. Hey, crazy Gemini, what's it? Yeah, everybody I knew at that time, I got lucky, Mia, because everybody I knew at that time was being told that they had fused vertebrae or some shit. And I was like, no, sorry, I'm too young for that. You're ridiculous. Look, I'm fused. I took 3 pay pills at home. Yep. Nah. No way, man. I'm not. Just like put me out of my misery. I'm not having back surgery, yo. Aquatic therapy is amazing. And if you can swim as an exercise, it is the best exercise ever. It is the best exercise ever. Hi, at Sandy Spencer. Good to see you. What's up, Sandy Spencer? That's funny. Where is Sandy? She's not Sandy Spencer, though. She's Sandy. And then there's Sally. That is a hilarious typo, though. Thank you so much. Let's see. You've had back surgery? A lot of people I know have. And I haven't met anybody yet. Maybe you guys will change my mind. I haven't met anybody yet that didn't regret it. Or need multiple other surgeries and have to do the same type of shit later to rehabilitate themselves to be able to walk. But you know, everybody's back surgery is different. We were just like, there was a time that everybody was having back surgery, and we were all in our 20s, and I was like, are you out of your freaking mind? I'm not having back surgery. Remy says, I think my abdominal hernia surgery was the worst. Ew. You were home that day, you woke up screaming. Yeah. I've had surgeries like that. It's not cool at all. It did nothing. Yeah. For some people, it makes it worse. For some people, it makes it like better for a minute, and then they have to have more surgeries. Like me, I had to have 3 surgeries. You can tell how much I type Sandy, says Crazy Gemini. I swear I typed Sally. That's funny. Yeah, because you guys are probably in a lot of chats together. That's a lot of... Well, I guess morphine could dumb your hearing, but could dumb a lot of other shit too. You had post-op pain and then same old pain to this day, Amanda Ray. Yeah, I mean, and they tell you that, and that was one of the things, like, they told me. They said, you know, this probably isn't going to really do anything long term for you, but it's the only thing that we can do. And I was like, okay, thanks. I'm going to go get another opinion. And then I went to another specialist, and they basically said the same thing, you know. But all they were doing is looking at my scans from the other person, the other doctor, the other specialist. So they're going to keep telling me the same thing. And so I was fortunate enough to have family that I could talk to. And I'm like, I don't understand. This is some kind of freaking conspiracy to get everybody to have back surgery right now. And then, ironically enough, you have an opiate crisis right after that. Like, what the hell? But yeah, it was a whole thing where my brother was basically like, no, these guys need to make a boat payment. You need to get off your ass and strengthen up your core and build muscle, get exercise, and, you know, not fuck with that. I did. Best advice anybody ever gave me my entire life, probably. Probably. But I don't know for sure. Thank you, Sally. Sally's trying to get Kiki some treats up in here. I was going to tell you guys. So, for those of you that don't know, the 21st is the day that Google pays out if you have a monetized channel. And because at one point I did have a monetized channel, I did get paid out, I think, for any memberships that you guys had leading up into the date that I was demonetized, even if they refunded you. I don't think they held on to the money. So I don't want anybody to think that YouTube is the devil. They're not. They're not. But if you don't want to be censored, you would say that. So the reason why they told me I got demonetized was for reusing other people's content, which I've never ever done. Once I played some songs that were other people's content, but that was forever ago, and all that stuff is off. So I've never even had like a copyright strike. I've never had my monetization. Like, you'll see people show their screen and they'll screen share their studio and all their videos are yellow, which means they're only getting premium revenue because they say the F word every 30 milliseconds, right? So they're not monetized. The only money they're getting is from their super chat. Well, they're monetized, but they're not getting a lot of ad revenue. Mine were all green, so my ads were high quality, but they don't want to pay for me because I don't make a ton of money in super chats. So they just didn't want to pay for me. So they told me I reuse content, demonetized me. It's the second time it's happened, and it's okay. It's okay. So Gingerlock's mom says, okay, I just got another dose of morphine. And Amanda Ray said morphine sucks. And there's that comment. There's that comment. Yeah, I feel like there are people that say the F word every other word sometimes. Almost like when people, and I'm guilty of this, by the way, when people say yeah, he didn't want to go over there, so she didn't call him. And then he was being a total dick. And she didn't like how he was acting. So his sister and their and they'll use the F word. They'll say fuck like that. Just over and 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 over. And you're like, everybody's fucking this. And even when you're talking about Jesus, you're using the F word. And you're talking about your kid, you're using the F word. It's like, dude, really? Seriously? That's how you speak in real life? I wonder that. Do people talk like they talk in real life? On here, would you have a conversation with your job or your landlord or your banker or your spouse? I don't know, man. I don't know. Well, if you're mad, you know, but are you always mad? I don't know. It's crazy. I don't know what's going on anymore. I don't even know who half of the people that are around are, which is kind of weird to me because we know this community doesn't grow. So I almost feel like some people change their freaking name, dude. And that's okay. I totally understand why they would. Because believe me, there have been many times where I just want to disappear too. But I've seen some stuff lately where I'm just like, if I ever put that much effort into this, like to prove myself in public and not in a court of law, you can just kill me and get it over with. Like, who cares about all this? You know what I mean? It's not that important. Gingerlock's mom. Oh, sorry. Do you get itchy? Oh, you get itchy? Oh, it doesn't make you sleepy? Dude, it would normally knock me out. When I was the pancreatitis, it did not, no. But it made it almost to where I kind of didn't care as much that I was in pain, but otherwise, no. Sneaky shitheads. Caleb, they must because it flows too freely. I think so, yeah. I mean, I've kind of wondered that, but well, and the reason why is because they get super chats. So they make money for YouTube. So the YouTube advertisers are happy to bid on those crappy ads because they get super chats. So even if they're not getting AdSense revenue from advertising, they're still getting super chats. And that makes YouTube money. It's great. And they get a lot of views. So that's also good because then they get the premium revenue, right? And then they get the super chat. So YouTube wants that cut of the super chat for now. There is a clause that I don't know if people read the terms of service and it's just too confusing, but there is actually a clause that's been in the terms of service against arguing, and that's been in there for as long as I can remember. Um, and you're really not allowed to argue on YouTube, just an FYI, unless you're arguing with a public figure. So, in other words, you're calling out Governor Cuomo or something, or you're calling out President Trump, or you're calling out, you know, some person that's legitimately a public figure. Tom Cruise, I've had enough of your Scientology. Then you're allowed to argue. But if you read, see, I just did the thing. But if you read the terms of service, arguing amongst each other is not. It's forbidden. But what that tells me is eventually everybody will get demonetized. So keep it up. What's up, potty mouth mama? Uh oh. You have a high tolerance. I'm sorry to hear that, Gingerlock's mom. I hope you're okay. I hope you're okay. That's not good. Nina's Kitchen said, I think a lot of people will be shocked at the next YouTube demonetization sweep. Yeah, it's interesting because I thought that they'd do the cleanup by like, there are people in the community that have said YouTube normally does a sweep through in December, November, December, and they didn't really do anything at the end of the year. But the beginning of the year, I got demonetized, so they kind of cleared me out. But I kept coming back. Then they gave me a join button. Like, why? Why am I good enough for a join button, but I'm not good enough to keep it? Why? What's that? Potty mouth mama? I feel like such a burnout right now because I have so many projects that I need to finish up and I'm going to work on now. Now that I came and tormented people, I just wanted to see what was going on a little bit with people. It's just so hard in this community because you can't really talk about your life. And other people feel scared to talk about their life. People don't even want to say if they're depressed anymore. It's like, I have anxiety. Oh, you have anxiety. You're such a loser. So that makes it hard. But we'll see. I mean, hopefully some of the channels are able to, get around that. I don't know. Stop Sally swearing money. You're crazy. Nothing's gonna stop you swearing. I have heard so many swears off you, Sally. It's hilarious. Sally needs to go live. Everybody tell Sally to go live. She's hilarious. She doesn't want to go live. She likes doing Sally books and doing her videos. Well, if you ever get monetized, you have nothing to worry about. Once I feel like the content I'm putting out is worth monetization, then I'll get monetized. Yeah, well, the thing is if you don't go live enough, right, and you don't get enough views and you don't get enough super chats for whatever it's just set by AI, artificial intelligence. Like it's just an algorithm, and if you don't fit into it, they remove you, and then you can reapply. It's not an attack. And I wanted to explain that because I saw someone get demonetized, and they're like, "I got attacked." No, you didn't get attacked, dude. You didn't get enough super chats that month. Gingerlock's mom says, "Go live, Sally." And also, I'm not saying people that don't get enough super chats won't go live, but you have to be generating enough or will get demonetized. You have to be generating enough revenue for YouTube to to care because they have to exercise editorial control over you. And the advertisers don't want to pay money for somebody that isn't generating a lot of money in return. You know what I mean? That's just how it works. And it's life, it's not an attack. If you feel like everything that happens in your life is attacking you, that's a whole other website. People want Sally to go live. Sally's going live. I'm just kidding. I don't think Sally Spencer likes to go live, but Sally likes to go on panels sometimes. We should do an old school Sally panel one night. You took a break and you totally lost your algorithm. Yeah, it happens. I mean, there are still people that tell me they don't get notifications and stuff when I go live, and I'm the fool that believes everybody. So I'm like, okay. I think that's true, though. I think even if because you don't go live enough, and also there are people that they want to support you, but let's just face it, I'm pretty boring over here right now. I'm pretty boring, and I like that because I have so much shit going on. Between like the job search stuff and like the projects that I started and then couldn't really finish that I'm starting to like get through now. Um, you know, it's all good. M's Coffee Combos. I love listening to Sally. See? Wait a minute. What'd she say? Sally said, at Crazy Gemini, I'm staying silent. The way things are on YouTube is too poisonous. It is. It is. Such a calm voice, M says. Come on, Nat. Nada didn't get this notification. I don't get them often. It takes me off. I get weird notifications. Like and I have a lot of subscriptions, but I don't have notifications turned on for all of them. And I get recommendations sometimes that pop up like a notification. It's crazy. Like I get over notified and other people get under notified. It's crazy. It's raining finally here, by the way. And it was hot as hell. You do panels. You do. You like a good orgy. So Monday I lost power like almost the whole day. And that was fucking awesome because I woke up to a disgustingly hot apartment. It was gross. And then Tuesday, I had like ghost visitations from my most recent estranged boyfriend, whatever. Um, Wednesday was kind of a blur. I was just trying to figure out what the hell just happened. And then last night, I thought was Wednesday night still. Like, I lost a day. I don't know what you call that, but don't people call that crazy when you lose a whole day of your life? Like, you forget it happened? All right. So, I'm going to do this. I'm going to try to figure out more of this stuff that's going on. Maybe I might. That's going on with the freaking post office. Like, it's such a joke. It's not even funny. It's not a funny joke. And I'm gonna try to do a stream, just talking about what's going on and my opinions since, I am allowed to have one. Is that who you yelled at? Yes. I have yelled at him 2 days in a row now. 2 days in a row. My entire YouTube just restarted. What does that mean? You mean the app or do you mean your channel? Yeah, that's who I yelled at. It felt good. I needed to. I had a friend give me some advice on that too. Thank you so much. Yep, I did. I yelled. And yeah, it's fun. Look, it's not fun, but it feels good to get things off your chest that you need to get off your chest. Um, but I don't yeah, that was the only person I could yell at. What am I gonna do? Yell at the damn power company? They can't control that shit. Everybody had their AC on and it turned off. Okay, let's see. Your whole app died? Let's see. Yeah, there's gonna be some definitely. Well, Diane's live tonight with Ladies Night, but there'll definitely be some other stuff that pops off, I'm sure, that everybody's gonna hear about. So Lurker's Logic didn't go live on Monday, and I said this in the middle of the night the other day when I was live, but we should be going live Monday nights. Um, it seems like we tried to fit into the community on a night when a lot of people weren't going live and stuff. But then that's kind of changed. We're in some, I don't know, weird evolutionary. Sometimes things just ramp up. And then there are other people who have been making plans on Monday nights. So, if you still catch us on the replay, that's all cool. And then, you can always send anonymous tip, an anonymous suggestion into us if there's something going on in the community that you want us to talk about. Thank you, Sally, for the yelling fund. Yeah, the yelling fund is yeah, I did a lot of that. I did a lot of it. I did a lot of yelling. Somebody else did a lot of defending themselves and crying. Let's just put it that way. It's ridiculous. But you know what? Life is fucking ridiculous. So we have to just suck that up. Um, let's see. I'm gonna try to get some stuff done. So here's the deal. I'm going to try to come live more often. I'm going to try to have a topic that I want to discuss with you guys. If you hate it, you hate it. I'm still going to talk about it. If you don't hate it, maybe you'll learn something. Maybe I'll learn something and we'll go from there. I'm kind of focused on what's going on right now with the financial market. And that unfortunately is tied into what's being put in front of you in the media. It's unfortunately being bound to politics, and I'm not going to talk about politics. I couldn't give a shit less if somebody's a Republican, or if somebody's a Democrat, or if somebody voted for this person, or if somebody voted for that person, because of the fact of the matter is, they're all the same fucking guy. And so I'm cool with people believing there's a difference. So everybody should be cool with me knowing that they're the same dude, just in a different package. Okay? So but I would like to talk about the things that seem to be directly affecting us. By the way, it's 420. What up? Um, I would like to talk about the things directly affecting us without getting into the, oh, but so and so's an idiot. Oh, but she's so intelligent. Like, who cares? None of that matters to me. I'm too old for that shit. Eritrea's PayPal because she's a bad. I don't know if I'm a bad bitch, but man, he deserved to have it. It's okay. It's okay. Hi, figure skating coach. Welcome in. Yeah, I don't care who anybody votes for, man. If you want to Gary Busey 2020, do it, If you want to feel the burn, or, I had a lady come tell me the other day. I had a lady I was talking to tell me the other day. She goes, well, I got to tell you, in November, life is going to change for everyone. Kamala Harris has just been named as the the vice president under Joe Biden. And I was like, okay. And I was like, so in November, what's going to happen? And she says, Kamala Harris is going to be elected as the vice president for Joe Biden. And I was like, oh, okay. So your life is going to change in November. And she said, yeah. And I'm like, yeah, but they don't get sworn in until January. So what the fuck? Like, it was just so funny. And she had to laugh because she's absolutely like yeah. But yeah, they're going to change the world, you guys. They're going to change the world. And you know what? Everybody is changing the world. Apparently, one pandemic at a time now. So I don't really give a shit. But I would like to talk about like the direct things that affect us. And, I would have the same feeling if somebody's going to tell me that Trump is going to save the world. So I'll probably piss people off because I don't give a shit about your politics. I really don't. And I'm not going to pretend to. If you want to do that, do it. I don't justify these people. But I think because we live here, we should know what they're up to. We should know how it might affect us. And one of the things that I've been concerned about is people becoming homeless, because I've been homeless, And I got to be honest that at some point, it can become a choice. But if things get bad enough, that can be removed. We could be in a major homeless crisis. And if you live in an area like I do, where homelessness is already such an issue, if that, if this whole pandemic thing is what they're making it out to be, then the last thing you want is people on the street being homeless, because you will have mass devastation. So show me where you don't want that. Show me where people are being kept out of that situation. And yeah. Crazy Gemini says, don't piss me off. I'm so uninspired by this election. Felt the same for 2016. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think it's becoming blatantly obvious to a lot of people, that we have an illusion of choice. And it's been that way for a really long time. It hasn't felt that way. And I don't want to destroy anybody's like love of any person. Like, love who you love, man. But definitely stuff is coming down the pipe that everybody as a human being, regardless of if you identify as some political party or not, we should prepare for. And one of those things is tied to vaping. September 19th, the PMTA kicks in through the FDA. That's the pre-market tobacco application that every single product has to go through and be approved by the FDA in order to be sold. And they're going to be very heavy restrictions. So, like, let's say I'm vaping like mango banana splash, and I like to vape zero milligrams nicotine, but they sell it in 0, 3, 12. I think it would be 0, 3, 9, 12. So let's say that that's the deal, right? I like to vape 0 milligrams of nicotine. It's not a nicotine product. As of now, it already is a nicotine product. But as of September 19th, it's going to have to go through FDA approval to be sold. So all you're going to end up with is things that big tobacco and people with big money behind them, like Juul and these lobbyists and these people. That's all you're going to end up with. So your choices are going to be narrowed. And everybody is going to start wanting to mix their own e-liquid so that they actually do have control over what they're vaping. And that is going down on September 19th. People are prepping for it right now because we know that there's a run. There's a run. Potty Mouth Mama, says Sally Spencer. Is Laura getting closer or is she just joining up with number 14? So they're talking about a hurricane that's approaching the south. Hurricane Laura. Crazy Gemini, do you believe the stuff they're putting out about the teens who vape have a higher risk of getting COVID than those who don't? No, I don't. But I don't think that if you have symptoms where you're sick, you should be vaping. And it's very interesting to me when I think about the timeline. Does anybody remember when vaping became okay? Because they always use the kids, right? Like Nancy Pelosi just used the kids with a stimulus thing. The kids are starving. I think a couple people, like a few people on the whatever side, use the kids will die. It's the kids. They use that for flavorings, like, oh, you're marketing to kids. And some companies did have very cartoony labels and things like that. And it does look kid friendly, or it's like in a soda can or stuff like that. But they're not trying to sell the kids. They don't have to sell the kids. There are enough adults to buy this shit. So when it comes down to it, I feel like our government uses our kids kind of against us. Like they use the innocence in every way possible, and this is just one public way they do it. The kids will die. The kids are vaping. But I found it very interesting that towards the end of last year, all of those stories about people getting wet lung and getting sick turned from, and it was the fall of last year, it turned from them having uh, post or off, like black market vaping products, which was actually THC, by the way. They like buried that shit deep. It turned from that into now we have a disease that affects your upper respiratory system that's loose in China. So I do find that timeline to be interesting. And all of a sudden, we stopped hearing about teen vaping issues or exploding vapes and all this other stuff. It's very weird. It's super weird. Like the timing's just interesting. Why did those stories go away in October? Why did they go away in October? They went away. And then China has, so yeah, the China virus. So Sally Spencer, yeah, she had a vaping smoking ban for 3 months. That's ridiculous. Laura's aimed right at the potty mouth mama, and that is not a tropical storm, but a hurricane. It's not a YouTube channel, but a hurricane. Well, I'm glad that I don't have a hurricane coming right at me. I hope you guys are safe. I feel sorry that you're going through that. That's not good. Do you have some external batteries that are charged up that you can, have your things, have your stuff working for you while you're not working? While the power's not working, if it goes out? I don't know how that works, if you lose power or not. So I'm gonna go. I gotta go take care of some stuff. It is 4:30 here, and I know Diane will be live at some point tonight. I don't know if it's at 8 or 9 Eastern. but I'm sure you guys will be over there. I think today is her birthday, isn't it? So happy birthday, Diane. I don't know her birthday because she celebrates it for a month. So if I were ever to give unsolicited advice to Diane's channel, I would say the only downfall of celebrating your birthday for a month is people might forget the day. But if it is today, happy birthday. So on that note, she goes live at 8. Okay, so she's live. For you guys, it would be in 30 minutes. So I'll see you guys over there. How about that? Thank you for coming in. I haven't seen some of you in so long. Figure Skating Coach, Crazy Gemini, all you guys. Thank you, Potty Mouth Mama, Sally Spencer, Nada, Ems, Pugs, freaking Pugs, you're in there. Caleb, all you guys. Thank you so much, Pepper, and Remy, Amanda Ray. Gingerlock's mom, stay safe, stay well, get better. And Ems, please keep a positive eye to the silver lining somewhere. And Andy, thank you, Andy. All right, you guys, I'll talk to you soon. And thank you so much for being here. Bye.